Hey guys,
Hey guys,
have you ever heard the word galaxy before?
you probably know it because you saw it from Star Wars or somewhere else.
It's basically an enormous cluster of stars and other objects orbiting a single black hole, and it can take various shapes, such as the spiral, elliptical, or irregular shapes. But today, we're gonna put it
Inside a beaker.
using science magic. So, for today's experiment, you'll need 37 milligrams of copper sulfate, 1 gram of sodium hydroxide, 0.2 grams of luminol, and 30 milliliters of hydrogen peroxide, as well as 3.6 grams of potassium thiocyanate. The idea here is that there are various oscillating reactions that will make the galaxy turn on, on, and off. The reaction is very complex, so I won't explain it here.
You will think it as a switch, a light switch that somebody plays with it. Turn it off, turn it on. Turn it off, turn it on.
It's not like that. It's basically just tons of reactions competing for dark and light. And every once in a while, like a few minutes, it'll turn bright. And then after a few minutes, it'll then turn dark again, and the cycle will repeat. That is until all the reactants are gone and the reaction stops. So, are you guys ready for the galaxy in a beaker?
Yes. And are you ready for some fun?
And science magic?
Check.
Let's go.
Let's go.
Your first step is to dissolve the 37 milligrams of cupric sulfate in 100 milliliters of water.
This sounds so fun.
You can buy the copper sulfate in the gardening store in the form of root killer. Alright, it's like already dissolved. Now, let's prepare our second solution. So first you add 3.6 grams of potassium thiocyanate. Let's also add a gram of sodium hydroxide. It won't come out.
Maybe it's stuck. Oh, why do you use your finger instead of tools?
Okay. You can buy the sodium hydroxide from the hardware store in the form of drain cleaner. Let's also add 0.2 grams of luminol. Luminol is also used in forensics to detect blood stains. All we need to do now is to dissolve the whole thing in 200 ml of water after I wash this.
After you wash that. Is it okay putting water?
Let's keep adding it until we reach 200 mils. Now we need to add more later, but why I'm adding this little at first is because the 1 gram of sodium hydroxide will show a higher pH with decreasing levels of water. In other words, the pH will increase as the sodium hydroxide gets more concentrated. And because the pH is so high, it makes the luminol easier to dissolve because luminol tends to dissolve a little better in a basic medium. So let's just stir it and wait for it all to dissolve. It'll take a while, so be patient. It seems like it's all dissolved.
Okay, it's all dissolved.
So now that it's all dissolved, let's now add our cupric sulfate solution from earlier, as well as 700 more milliliters of water. So let's add our cupric sulfate. And as you can see, it turned green.
Yeah, pale green.
And it's sort of dark. I think it's because the thiocyanate ions are complexing with the copper.
Okay. But that's why I need those water.
So now our solution is almost complete. All we need now to make the glow is our last ingredient, which is 30 ml of 30% hydrogen peroxide. You can also use 300 milliliters of 3% peroxide, but you'll also need less water in the original mixture. So, are you guys ready for some oscillating galaxies?
Uh-huh.
Let's go. Science magic.
Galaxy magic. Awesome. Bum bum bum.
Okay, let's pour it.
Bum bum bum.
Okay. And within a few minutes, the glow will come. Did you guys see the galaxy and the black hole? I hope you enjoyed. Thanks for watching and see you in our next videos.
Subscribe and like.
Bye!
Bye.